gleaming black orb of the purgatory breathes harsh wind into Thorn's face, carrying a thin melody to him. For months now, this convenient catastrophe is supplying them with one batch of riches from the dark lands of Erdheim after the other. Behind Thorn, Aid spits out splintered bones. Poor Gestalt. Wrong time, wrong place.
Not much meat on that one. I'm hungry, Thorn. When do we hunt something bigger?
Always whining, Aid. The Gestalt diet suits you well. You were getting a bit chubby before.
To the west, boss. A whole pack of Gestalts. Must have slipped through the passage in the night.
There you go, Aid. Another snack arrived.
There have been more of them before, boss. Must have split up. Back already? Fine day for smacking those red creepers around, boss.
Don't fret. I'll see them properly sorted soon enough.
There are certain advantages to owning a purgatory. It has a curious tendency to attract wide-eyed adventurers. Some lose their way in the void between worlds and are spat out the other side as gestalts. Today's batch is still clad in fine silks and heavy jewels. The rogues gleefully strip the bodies of anything that glitters, while Aid drools in the background, patiently waiting for his turn.
Nothing like a good hunt on a sunny day. Home then. With any luck, the dirty hog-nest lot will have a feast waiting for us.
While the rowdy band of brigands tears through the forest like a pack of drunken boars, Thorn lags behind and mutters something about needing to water a tree. "Reveal yourself, boy," he calls to the shadow that has trailed them with stubborn patience. The mist thins, and a figure in a torn travelling cloak steps forward. With solemn gravity, he bows before Thorn, as if this damp forest were a royal court.
Why'd you trail me, mage? Did the rebels finally send someone to get rid of their Gestalt problem?
Rebels? No. I heard you are the protector of these lands. I seek to join you.
Protector? Ha! You heard wrong, boy. We're rogues, criminals. No company for fine mages like you. Oi, we're back! You filthy lot best put a feast on if you want your cut of today's haul.
Boss is in a fine mood. Break out the good booze.
And give the pigs some truffles. They deserve it.
Thorn the Unruly. Who are you really? A bandit or something else? Cursed song leading me here.
That night, loud music and wild dancing fill the hill on which the Hogness stands. The revelry echoes through the stone corridors and across the dark slopes. It reaches the lone mage, wandering around the bandits' fortress, hungrily imagining the feast. The troops who silently emerge from the black purgatory nearby also hear it. No gestalts this time, but something far more dangerous to the Midlands.
Psst! Are you crazy? Somebody might actually hear us!
Sorry, I could not help it. This spell was just too tempting.
What is going on there? I better have a look.
As the last of the oddly behaving gestalts is struck down, the spell snaps with a crack. The red husks crumple, and instead of rotten bones there are iron helmets, each containing a very startled and entirely alive soldier. The peculiar company pauses just long enough to stare at Otis in collective accusation, then promptly unravels in the wind and hurtles back to the purgatory, vanishing into the void, as if this strange occurrence never happened.
You idiot! You let them escape! I waited days for those Bragos bastards to show their faces!
Who are you?
I'm Thorn's right hand, and you will regret this.
If this is about the damn pigs again, I will throw somebody into the purgatory.
Sadly, it was not the pigs who ruined everything.
I already apologized. What more could you...
For the first time, Thorn grants Otis more than a fleeting glance as he tells his story. Then, to the Major's surprise, he smiles broadly. The relief does not survive long. The look settling on Thorn's face suggests he has just selected a new candidate to throw into the purgatory, and Otis has the distinct misfortune of fitting the requirements rather beautifully.
You want to be a part of my family, Mage? Then prove it. Clean up the mess you caused and bring me those Brago scouts.
Part of the family? You cannot possibly be serious, Thorn.
And you, Asha darling, will make sure that mess is cleaned. Even if our mage here turns out to be a spectacular disappointment, yes?
What now, boss? Seems like these scouts scared all the real gestalts away for today.
I'm hungry.
Remember Brattingen? That city knew its stews. Thick gravy, honeyed bread.
Heard the Inquisition passed through there with heavy hand. Same with Gans and Toffel.
The Inquisition, self-centered butchers. I say we knock politely and ask about the stew.
Finally, this is promising. A real snack.
East of here lies Lasus. Best not wander into Inquisition territory. They might find us a touch heretical.
You think you drove them off, but the Inquisition will not yield so easily.
Of course, the moment the Inquisition withdraws, the ever-gloomy rebels come crawling out. Were you hiding?
What do you want here with your bandits? There's nothing left in this town to raid.
Imagine that. We only came for a good stew.
The rebel woman fixes Thorn with a hostile glare, but a hearty innkeeper shoulders past her and orders his cook to bring out their famous stew. The Hognest lot eats well that day. Even Aid's ever-rumbling stomach falls quiet for a blessed moment. Yet when they depart, no word of thanks comes from the rebels. They watch Thorn in silence, as he does what they have failed to do for months for the town.
The Hognest lot, at least they keep worse things away.
Halt! This place is under the observation of the Celestial Church.
Oh? And what is the Inquisition hunting down here? Heretics in the tunnels? You'll not mind if I give them a helping hand, will you?
Badly battered, the Inquisition's hounds abandon the mines and retreat, shouting empty threats about what they will do to the brigands if they ever return. Meanwhile, a ragged band of men in the colours of the Crownless rebels scrambles from the mine, offers a hasty bow, and flees the brigands almost as fast as the Inquisition did. Thorn only shrugs. A good mine is reward enough.
A perfectly good mine. Reminds me of that brilliant plan I've been nurturing for quite some time. Just need to borrow some wood to patch it back together.
After a brisk scuffle with the church troops, the rogues stand victorious. In the excitement, the pigs have enthusiastically knocked over their confession tower, which seemingly surrendered to gravity. What remains is a generous sprawl of beams and boards. Thorn considers this less destruction, more an opportunity. It would be a waste to leave such fine materials here.
The Hognest lot, at least they keep worse things away.
What a mess. It could have fled anywhere. We should find a place to set up camp first, then extend the search from there.
It was pretty harsh of Thorn to send his right hand away so easily.
I am his right hand, if that is what you are questioning, outsider. It is just that he is expecting better than that from his family. You need to earn Thorn's respect, but how would you know?
Thanks for the advice. I will see to that then.
Why do you want to join us anyway? Aren't mages meant to serve royal houses with names and prestige? Don't tell me you messed up somewhere else too.
It's a long story.
So you did mess up somewhere else. Great.
You would not believe me if I told you.
Oh, now that makes you even more trustworthy.
You could argue that all gestalts smell of the same rot, but the fine truffle snouts of the hognest pigs would beg to differ. At last, the trail leads Usher and Otis to a remote bridge as rotten as the land around it. There, a few familiar faces wait eagerly, though not for them.
General, the mission was short and, successful. Just a few rogues on the Midland's western flank. Wherever the rebels are, they are keeping their cowardly noses out of the silence.
For an empty path, you return looking rather battered. No matter. We shall soon see if you speak true. If the way is clear, our armies march today.
So Bragos really plans to invade the Midlands. We cannot let them pass. Quickly, stop them before they give the order.
Growling, grizzled, blood dripping from its maw, a feral wolf lies at the back of its den. Enraged to be backed into a corner, the wolf lashes out at the rogues in a flurry of blood, teeth, and foam. If only a wolf whisperer had been here to soothe the beast.
A lost pup. Lost its pack by the looks of it. Oh, and losing blood fast. Shh, shh. It's all right, little one. I'm not going to hurt you.
Under the scant beams of light streaming into the blackness of the den, Asher steadies the nerves of the vulnerable wolf and tends to its wounds. Blood still dripping from its maw, it bestows Asher with a grateful but cautious lick. She has made a friend for life.
Their general escaped. All we can do now is warn Thorn before it's too late. Alarm! Get up, boss! I mean it! Get up!
What in the... If it is about the pigs again...
Very quickly it becomes clear that the pigs are innocent this time. Instead, troops from Bragos, the mighty kingdom west of the Midlands, appear to have invaded from the south, using the rogues' very own purgatory as their point of entry. Whatever befell Usher and Otis, it is clear they have not been quick enough. In a foul temper, Thorn straps on his battered armor and rouses the snoring primordial from his beauty sleep. Is this what remains of the Midlands' strength? A pack of pigs and rogues?
We are too late! Bragos' armies already seem to have invaded. Quick, we need to help Thorn fight back.
It is time these lands were brought under proper rule once more. East of here lies Lasus. Best not wander into Inquisition territory. They might find us a touch heretical.
You lot! I knew you'd be back when your stinking mates ran off with me prize pig.
Settle down, you. My stinking mates have never set foot here before.
Well, it was bloody one of yous.
The raving villager explains that his prized pig Bessie went missing several nights ago and hasn't been seen since. He worries that one of the rogues has eaten the beast, but Thorn dissuades his rage by assuring him he'll explore around the village to find his lost pet.
That's Bessie? That thing's a bloody monster. Oh, and more bloody gestalts on the way. Hope you're hungry, Aid.
As the last of the gestalts crumble before the combined forces of man and pig, Bessie presses her enormous snout affectionately into Thorn's chest. It seems she won't leave his side any time soon, and has grown accustomed to crushing gestalts beneath her sizable hide.
Honest lot, at least they keep worse things away.
Look at you! A pack of strays pretending to hold a border.
Boss, spotted Brago's troops north of the river. Seems the purgatory route was too hot for them. They're sniffing around for an easier way in. Oh, Bessie, I can't believe you're still alive!
I can. Who could eat that thing? I've never seen a beast like this. It's a damn literal monster.
Easy, mate. It's only a pig. You'd best be keeping her, I think. I won't take a pig away from a new mama. I reckon I had you pegged all wrong, Thorn.
Grateful for his assistance, the villagers offer what they have by way of brick, mortar, and metal. There's a different air about the village now, where once there was hostility, the locals now treat the rogues as kin.
The Hogness lot, at least they keep worse things away.
These Midlands need a steady hand. Let me teach you pigs your plow.
Thorns, lad! Hide the children quickly before they pick up their rotten manners. Where are the rebels who once claimed these lands? Have they sunk so low as to send rogues instead?
Word from the capital, my Great Thorn!
Great Thorn, my ass. What is it you rebels want?
We seek your help! Bragos is marching on Crownless! The kingdom's former capital must still mean something to you.
I'm a bandit now. You forgot that.
We might have called you even worse things. But we cannot deny you are defending the Midlands in your own way. Please, Thorn, just this once. More are coming, and we cannot hold Crownless alone. To stop them, we need to find out where they are coming from.
The Midlands will remember this moment as the day order returned.
Thorn, I know you had your quarrels with the rebels before, but attacking them, you cannot be serious. This is a step we cannot go back on.
A rare sight greets the rogues the next morning. Royal blue and silver banners flap cheerfully in front of their muddy gates, as if they took a wrong turn on the way to somewhere respectable. Envoys from Lesas, the kingdom to the east, wait with stiff politeness for the rogues to crawl out of bed and answer their horns. They already look a bit green around the nose, whether from nerves, the early hour, or the enthusiastic reek of the pig pens. Most likely the pigs.
A request from Lesas. They ask the esteemed Thorn to aid us in the Bragos affair.
Holy pig gods, what have I done to deserve such grace?
The Midlands were once a reliable ally against Bragos. The rebels, however, have not shown the same constancy.
Perhaps because you keep burning their farms and villages.
A strange reproach from Thorn the Great, who is feared across these lands for plundering without mercy.
if you say so.
Put Croninho under church jurisdiction, and Bragos will not dare touch the Midlands.
And your gods think a rogue like me is the right man for that?
Our inquisitors think you are a formidable general, and a man who can be persuaded, if the reward is right.
Charming.
Brigands. Just let them pass, and maybe they won't break anything.
What's with the long face, Asher? Spit it out.
I know you. We never liked those prissy rebels, but they fought for years to protect the Midlands. They are supporting the people, not like those Inquisition bastards. You are not truly considering the Inquisition's request to take Cronenhall.
Sometimes you need to make hard decisions for your family, Asher.
Take your share and be on your way, brigands. No trouble needed.
East of here lies Lasus. Best not wander into Inquisition territory. They might find us a touch heretical.
The song wakes Thorn in the middle of the night, humming louder than ever into his ears. Restless, he hears it calling for him. Aid rests his head next to his bed, eyeing him without saying anything. The primordial never does. It respects his decision, though he knows that the song becomes more tormenting every day.
The boy can hear the call too. You know he was sent here by the song or the order, whichever.
Does not change my stance. It can call and send envoys all it wants. I'm not a hero, so why should I follow it?
Not far from the enclave lies a kobold village in chains. Its people have long regretted granting Bragos passage through their ancient waystones. These relics sometimes reveal hidden paths into the other world, much like the purgatories. After the rogues made the purgatory route unsafe, this must have been the path Bragos used to invade instead.
Thorns, brigands. Just let them pass, and maybe they won't break anything.
My generals speak your name with fear. Yet I see nothing more than a mere rogue with a rabble patched together from thieves and looted steel. You have the audacity to strike against the mighty nation of Bragos?
You fight well, mage. Still curious why you would side with us.
I was led here, to be honest. Guided by the song. The same voice I know you also hear.
Voices? A little crazy, aren't you? You might fit in better than I expected in that case. Okay. Stop pestering me.
Its call is especially strong today.
What you want, mage? I'm not in the mood.
Mere curiosity, why do you refuse to follow the song's call? The hymn favors you for a reason. You have a purpose in this world.
Gods, you have a gift for getting on my nerves.
And you, Aid, you are a primordial. How can you stand by while he denies his calling?
Some people would rather carve out their own path, human.
There, you have your answer. Now drop it.
Who could have imagined the Midlands were already in the hands of a rogue king? What a wretched place! Very well, we withdraw our claim. Not long after the battle, the rebels send word. They had evidently watched Thorn's efforts through the eyes of their keen spies. As always, their message is cordial, yet this time it bears an unusual request. Thorn is invited to come to Crownless, where matters of great importance are to be discussed with him. It is a first in their long history of fighting for the Midlands from opposing camps. We may have misjudged you, Thorn. On behalf of the rebels, I apologize.
Theobald, I've not seen you in a while.
We clearly seek the same thing, peace for the Midlands.
Oh? I thought you still seek to cling to the sunken crown of Crownless.
Our king is long gone, and we may have to admit that a search for his successor was not the most successful. Which is why we ask you to take the high seat of Crownless.
Me? A High Lord? In silky puffy pants? Did you meet my pigs? They need forest and mud.
I'm sure we could arrange a few muddy back alleys in Crownless.
No, he cannot take that job. I need Thorn to.
Whatever it is, shut up about it, Otis. The rebels finally admitting our worth, accepting Thorn. This is an opportunity we cannot miss. I see. You sneaked your way into the capital, like a proper rogue. Our request stays the same. Surrender Crownless to the church, or we will take it.
I think you misunderstood. I never said I would cooperate.
Once a rogue, always a rogue. We should have seen it from the start. Inquisitors, call upon the Ilmine. It seems we must march on Crownless ourselves. It seems we were wise to place our trust in a rogue after all. The Midlands do not need a High Lord. They need a protector. Someone who truly cares for its people. That person is you. You cannot deny it, Thorn.
Oh, I can deny a great many things.
If you promise a grand feast every now and then, he might be more likely to consider it.
Maybe, but only if I get those muddy alleys too, and a pig on the flag.
Home. Huh. I suppose we will be moving to the capital now. Maybe that is for the best. Silence would have devoured the Hogness sooner or later anyway.
I still mean to stay with you. the family, I mean.
Then I suppose there's still room for you in the pigsties. You know, you will have to earn your way up through our ranks first. Ha! You should have seen your face! Welcome to the family, Otis.